Okay, so the theme paper for this time is Policy, Governance and Future Directions in TVET for Sustainable Development. So uh, I try to linkage all the sustainable development indicators and goals, and also indicators for this session time to time, because even in the introduction they said I worked for Sustainable Development Council in Sri Lanka. So I was one of the member for the committee of drafting sustainable development policy for Sri Lanka. So it's, I know, I kind of like we are the people who are giving the responsibility matrix. We are fitting a responsibility matrix for all indicators. There are 17 goals, and then there are 169 indicators. So each sector is covered. There's a huge work. I mean, all of the government, non-government, private sector, everyone has to come together to realize sustainable development indicators. I'm pretty sure that throughout this session you have learned that, so I'm not going into that one. So see this one. Can I go to my next slide? Okay. Yeah. Okay, so let's first look at what are the development challenges we have in Sri Lanka right now. So this I take as an entry to my session. This almost like 1 hour 15 minutes. So what do we have here? Youth unemployment and underemployment. So we know that everybody in here, I have the list. They are from directors to principals to instructors to lecturers. So I don't think I have to go through in detail, because they will understand what I'm saying about. And then we have this skill mismatch and labor market imbalance, where we have oversupply for some of the industries, some of the sectors, whereas we have very deficiency in some of the areas. So if you I don't know whether you remember when we having our previous secretary, Madam Tilaka Jayasundara. She was always telling, and in the meetings and in the speeches also, we have a huge labor force deficiency in some of the areas like shipbuilding, packaging industry, and there were like a lot of foreigners have come to Sri Lanka and work in these areas. So that is actually labor market imbalance. And we have this low female labor force participation. In a short while I will show you some statistic from Department of Census and Statistics from their latest labor force survey. So we will see how big our females are being keep out of the labor force. Okay, maybe those female are willingly keeping out, but there may be not enough opportunities, not enough skills have been given to them, have been even though we have this huge TVET sector delivery system, from universities to Ocean University to technology universities to night Department of Technical Education, and then German Tech, and then VTA, and then NITA, and not all that, and we have some other which doesn't come under our ministry, the Ministry of Education, but there are a lot of other institutions which are given technical and vocational training opportunities in Sri Lanka, but still there's a gap. And then inequitable economic development and regional disparities. We have huge, this one, if you compare Western Province and Uva province, there's a huge disparity between the labor force and also female labor force participation as well. And low productivity and informal sector dominance. So we have, even if we have kind of developed sectors, industries, but still we are having the problem of having low productivity. I mean, compared to the input we put, and the output is not comparable. So there's a low productivity. And then lack of innovation and technology adoption. This is a huge problem we have. I mean, we are continue to practice some of the old processes, old methodologies, old technology. We are not very prominent in adopting new technology. Mostly in our technical education and vocational education. I know there are reasons. I mean, you would say that we don't have enough budget. We know all these problems, but still there are some areas that we can easily adopt, but we are still uh, lagging some behind. And then limited career pathways and social mobility. This is especially for our sector, TVET. So I mean, the social stigma of looking TVET as the second level education. That is really a issue with this sector. So we still have that, but to the last sections of my presentation or my session, I will share with you some of the important policy decisions we are taking to overcome this situation and to improve and to take TVET as a very prominent economic contributor to Sri Lanka. So what are we are discussing at the very top level. And then brain drain and migration of skilled labor. This is actually obvious even in within our sector. So most of the times, Director General VTA, Director General, Chairman Naita, and they are complaining that, Madam, we do have this problem. Some of our instructors, because they are not having, not having what do you call compatible, not compatible. It should be enough salaries for their work. They are migrating. So because they can involve, they can sell their skills for better and higher benefit package. So that's why a lot of our, we have a huge turnover at our TVET institutions. We have identified this situation and we are working on that as well. Later on I will discuss that as well. And climate vulnerability and need for green economy transition. Everyone knows that there's the world is facing a rise in temperature and untimely rainfall, sometimes not timely rainfall. When we need rainfall, we don't have rainfall, kind of an climate vulnerability. And floods, and sometimes huge floods. So these things we are also experiencing in Sri Lanka. That is also a huge kind of an impact. They have impact on our economic development, because time to time natural disasters are coming, and that will impact our economic status. And need for green economic transition. So we also, as Dr. Keshwar right now express, that really Sri Lanka is also need to kind of like come to the regional leader of the green economic transition. I think we really can do that. So these are some of the challenges we have in Sri Lanka. So then now just look at these statistics which I have taken from Department of Census and Statistics. This is last quarter of 2024, yearly, at the end of 2024. You would see here unemployment rates at the age group of 15 to 24, that is the highest. Is 22%. Okay, this 22% this 22% is not from population, it is from the labor force. Anyone knows what is the labor force definition in Sri Lanka? Can someone tell me what is the labor force definition? Because you should know these things, because you are working for the betterment of youth. Anyone? Channa? I know Channa is here.
Yes.
Channa, what is the labor force definition?
So that mean the workable the person, those who are handling the jobs or maybe in the industry requirement, the number of people are gathering together, we are called as the labor force.
Mm-hmm. So in Sri Lanka, this is calculated from age at the age of 15 and above. Okay.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, even though that is the international standards, I actually asked this from the Department of Department of Census and Statistics. Why are you taking 15 years of and above? Because in Sri Lanka,
yeah.
legally permissible age of work is 16.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, but still there's
But
because this, yeah.
yes, and the issue when we are conducting the 13-year education, therefore that normally 13-year education the age limit comes up to the age 18. But this is a considering when there is a O-level dropout. We considering O-level dropouts also including to this statistics maybe.
Mm. Yeah, so labor force actually is international definition. So we are calculating labor force as the 15 years of age. So the total population until until the retirement age, like
Excuse me.
65, 65.
Excuse me, madam. Excuse
Yeah.
me. Madam, you can use dual language. If you want to use Sinhala for more explanation, you are most
Ah,
welcome. You can use double,
sure,
no
sure.
problem. Thank you.
Sure, but I see some of our participants are from Tamil speaking participants are here, so I don't want to I
Okay.
don't want to make any discrimination.
Yes.
So
Thank
even
you.
though they might understand Sinhala, I'd prefer to keep. Thank you, Dr. Keshavan, but still I think I'll keep into the English. Keep into English.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay.
Please continue.
And then we have this one distribution of economically active and inactive population by gender. Look here, economically active and economically inactive. If you take female is green color, so economically inactive female, this is within labor force, okay? Over for 15 years age, the people who can actively contribute to the economy. But look at the statistics, almost like 71% of female is absence from making any contribution to economy. That might not be, I mean, 100% we can, I mean, when I say that, people might the ladies who are at home working, all the doing house square, they might argue with me. So if I am not doing these house chores, who will do? We will have to hire someone. This is there's kind of an ambiguity in this area, because that is also economically active work. I would say the what we do. I mean, even me as a female, okay, by after doing all these things at office, by once we go home. In traditionally in cultures like in Sri Lanka, in South Asian cultures, female are expected to do all house chores. Okay, that's not fair enough, I would say. But so that is, if we hire someone to do these things, that will be a economic action. So you will see this 71% we cannot say, but there is kind of an indication that a lot of female, a lot of girls are out of actively participation in economic in Sri Lanka. And then look at this one, labor force participation by sector. So we have agriculture in which color? Agriculture blue color, agriculture blue, industry orange color, and services
Green,
green color.
green.
So I mean, it is all since 2017 to 2024. Do you see any difference, any major difference here? I don't see any difference. It has been since throughout these all 8 years. It has been same. It has been same. But if we can can increase service sector like at least to 60, so that we can, I mean, in an industry is always less than 30, and it has become even less in 2024. So you see which areas we have to address, even in the sustainable, I mean, the sustainable development is not only environmental development or green or I mean, a lot of people, when they are talking about sustainable development, they are thinking that okay, we are talking about environment, we are talking about forest, we are talking about less emission or something. Remember, sustainable development is not only environmental development, it is there are three pillars: environment, social, and economy. These these three things should go hand in hand. Otherwise, what would happen when people who are living very close to rainforest, tropical rainforest like Singaraja, Kottava, and we have a lot of. So what they do? Sometimes government officers cannot go somewhere inside, deep in the forest. They go, and we know this, we have seen this. They are going and clear up some forest and cultivate what monada inasal cardamom. Sometimes they are even cultivate inside the forest. They are having chainas. Okay, why this happen? That is because, I mean, people, even we have the 100% environment, if they don't have enough economic capacity to live, enough social activities to be active, so and there will be a damage to the other pillar, environment pillar. So these three pillars, social, economy, and um, so social, environment, and economy go should equal balancely. That's why that is what sustainable development is. Okay, so and then we will come back, we will come to the in detail, we will be discussing what are the policies and all. But I'd like to draw your attention into some of the enablers. Okay, what are the enablers there will be that we can utilize TVET improvement? So that is already happening in Sri Lanka. That is already in the kind of in the background. This is what happening. So we can positively utilize that for TVET improvement. Okay, what are those things? Look at this statistics I have taken from Telecommunication Regulation Commission in Sri Lanka. Okay, what do you see here? Fixed broadband and mobile broadband penetration in Sri Lanka. So fixed broadband is in blue color, mobile broadband is in orange color. How many mobile broadband by the end of 2025 March, or maybe just before March, after end of 2024? How many mobile broadband? This broadband means what? Data. People are using data. People are accessing internet. People are. I don't. I mean, this
20
is not.
million.
Sorry.
20,
How
20,
many?
no?
20
20.
million.
20
More
million.
than 20 million. So
More than
20
Oh, yeah,
20
million.
more
million.
than 20. Yes.
Yeah, it's almost like to me it's like how much? 15 to 20, 5,
2 point,
21, 21.
2.25.
Yeah,
Yeah. No,
20.
more than 21. No?
So yeah, let's say 22 million. Okay, 22
Yes.
million.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So now
It is.
for 22 million. So we have just concluded the latest population census in Sri Lanka. What is the population in Sri Lanka?
23 million.
22,
23?
Nearly
22 million.
22
Not 20.
22.5.
22 million.
No, these are
22.5.
all old statistics you are talking about. What is the newest? It has been decreased actually. 21.6 something, right? Google it, okay? Google it. And so 20, let's say 22, okay? Even if it is 22, and there are mobile,
It's
let's keep aside this fixed broadband. How many mobile broadband is equal to the equal to the
The
population?
population.
population.
Equal to the population. So
Yes, ma'am.
can you imagine that population include even the babies and even the old people, I mean the infants too, the people. So if we keep out these people, I mean, I don't know whether your kids at home at age 1 or 2 are using also they have their own mobile broadband subscription. Okay, and all your grandmothers or your, the elder fathers and mothers, they do have some. But if we keep that people aside, what these statistics, what this is tell us? Sometimes it is like people,
More than
population, more than one,
one connection, more
more
than one
than one
connection.
connection, more than one connection. And who are the most, very prominent users of mobile broadband? You see every youngster, I mean 15 and above, usually they do have, everyone have their phones and yeah. So what is the importance of this data for us? What do you think? We are also talking about sustainable development. Yeah, what is it?
That we can use, ma'am. I mean, we can utilize this sector for better.
This is an opportunity for digitalization of many products.
Okay, someone is having their mic on and having some other discussion. Could you please mute your mic? The person who was talking something else. And yes, I can't see. Who is this talking? The lady?
Yeah, this trend shows an opportunity. This trend shows an opportunity for digitalized products, developing of digitalized products in the market.
Exactly. This shows an huge opportunity here because and digitalized product, as well as if we if we think about our sector, TVET delivery, what is the opportunity? There's a huge opportunity that we can deliver our content online. And even, you know what, some people, we know we have a huge gap we have like 127,000 youngsters are coming out of schools where they are not going to any university or any other formal education. Okay, so some of them are not actually coming to TVET sector in Sri Lanka. And what might they be doing? These people who are not going to universities, not going to private universities, not taking, I mean, these are the people, NEET, you say. NEET is not in education and not in employment. Okay, not in education means not in any kind of, not in TVET education, not in some higher education, and they are also not in employment. That rate is higher. So there's a huge opportunity for us. I mean, currently what we are doing is that we are delivering our programs to the people who are only coming to us. But there are some other lot of people, huge youth, which might be, we saw the statistics, who are economically inactive people, and there's another thing is called not in education, or employment. So employment or training need. Okay, so these people, if we can develop platform that can deliver our content, which we have for NVQ levels, up to NVQ level 5 and 6. We can have, I mean, the NVQ level 4, we know that we have to have on the job training, but that also can be arranged, because we have to think some outside the box. These people might not be able to travel to the places where we have institutions, our places, but they might, some people, opted to be living in the home. Some people might be some, very primary unskilled works. For example, they might be supporting worker for, construction site somewhere. There's no skills have been developed, but they have sometimes at the in the night. Okay, so if we have this digital platforms that we have prepared this digital platform, that any person who can access these content on their own face, they can take digital learning. They don't have to come, but we can also make that they can be registered with our institution. They can be registered with VTA, DGET, NITA, German Tech. Okay, but the content is being delivered totally on digital platform. Then again, we can have testing and evaluation. Of course, we can conduct. So these fixed mobile broadband subscription. These are the youngsters who are having with internet accessible phones. And then look at this one, social media users as of 31st March 2025. Okay, so you will see Facebook users, that is the biggest, almost biggest, yes, that's the biggest, 15 million. YouTube users, 14 million. WhatsApp, 15 million. And then others, Instagram, 10 million, and TikTok also, right? TikTok also 12.4 million people. Who are the most, prominent groups of using the social media?
Facebook and WhatsApp. WhatsApp and Facebook.
Yeah, WhatsApp and Facebook and TikTok also.
Oh, yeah, also, yes.
Yeah,
TikTok also, yes.
TikTok
12
is
million.
down there. And also, so what is this? How can we use these ones? We can even, I mean, there are in some I have seen and I have participated in some of the programs have been delivered through. We can do our marketing, awareness, and also crash courses. Okay, there's kind micro credentials like small interactive soft skills, those things. You can easily develop some of these content to make suitable for these platforms, social media, TikTok, small videos. uh, we are very familiar with Sri Lankan youth who have gone who have awarded with platinum award for YouTuber. Who is that?
Charit Silva.
Wild cook.
Charit
Wild
Silva,
Silva.
wild cook.
Wild Cuckoo, yeah. Everybody knows Charit. What
Yeah.
Charit is doing? How Charit has gained this much of? Why is Charit is so popular? This same principle we can.
Content.
Yeah. What is it?
Social media marketing.
He's
He's
catering to
Creative content making.
Attractive contents.
Attractive content, and then
He's catering to what the society needs, what the general society looks for. He caters to that, I guess.
okay, that is another thing. He
And more,
identifies the demand. Okay.
Yeah.
more sensitive to us, that is our basic need. They produce the basic need,
What is the basic need?
the cooking and some, that the
Cooking.
menus.
Cooking is basic need, but he is not cooking at our homes, no?
No, but they are producing then some various kind of menus. Then it's very, that's some sensitive.
Okay, that is true. But then again, we have to have all this. Okay, that's true. Okay, we are looking for, but there are a lot of other, culinary YouTubers, culinary social medias. But why it is one of the thing is that his videos are very short.
Short and
Attractive and short,
Attractive.
and they are also on YouTube reels. Okay, not YouTube this longer videos. Now if you might also be, while I'm talking to you, I'm pretty sure some of you are having your phone on your hand, and you might have gone to Facebook. Okay, and then what is the first thing if you go to a video? How long you retain there? Sometimes you don't even know how what time passes, because you are going one after one on the real video. So this is kind of like an addiction. This is like a drug in your brain works for that like a drug. So you are kind of addicted to these reels. So why can't we use this human nature to enrich them with some of the skills? If we can, even we don't have to have high sophisticated tools. Sometimes we just can use our phone only to make some interesting content, and we can deliver them through these reels and small videos, and see how what is our clientele. Facebook 15 million, YouTube 14 million. If we can, so that is why I am posting these statistics for you to think differently, okay? Because even let's assume that you are a principal at this vocational training center. So if you can develop couple of your instructors or couple of your people, sometimes you can even get the use of your students, okay? Get them trained, and this training also you can get online, okay? So, and what is this what is the contribution to the sustainable development when we have these kind of thing, and we have popularized content, popularized TVET systems, not within the formal system, but also TVET's education can also be accessible via social media, via even sometimes digital platforms. So what are we contributing to what we contributing here? I told you three things: social, economical, and environmental. Economical, yes, they are getting some skills, they are inculcating some knowledge, they are having some skills they can practice, okay? So you have sometimes see your kids, they while they are watching these YouTube or whatever the videos, and they will try to replicate it at home. So that is how they are informal learning, okay? And then obviously I met one person. I happen to be in north and east with the to monitor some of these our projects which are going in that area. And I met one person with a person with a disability. He has learned totally how to repair phones, okay? These phones, mobile phones repairing, not with a formal education, 100% video, YouTube and TikTok and all these things he have learned from himself, the self-learning. And now he has a phone repairing shop in his area. So this is, have you ever thought about this thing? So how this contributes to the sustainable development? Now he has become an economically active person. He is contributing to economy because he is local economy is contributing. And also, this is if somebody is coming to our organization, we are giving them so many paperwork, okay? So many paperwork and pay, we are printing lecture notes, maybe whatever. So those are all papers are, papers to make papers. You need to damage the environment, you need to damage the trees, okay? So paperless means you have more greenery, green, you are turning more into green economy, greenery, okay? Green technology. So then again, two aspects, and social aspect, okay? Socially, he will feel, okay, so he's socially active, and he know that he's a socially acceptable person, so social now. So in three pillars also this can be that is why I am saying that these are the some of the opportunities we have. We never have looked them up in the real value, so we have looked down at them. So social media, sometimes when we see people using so much of social media, that is because when you have enough good content, it could be a disguised blessing, okay? And to complement this, about mobile broadband penetration is more than like 22 million, and social media usage, and to complement that one, we have these statistics, okay? So see, in Sri Lanka, smartphones or tabs will account for, this is real active statistics, these are taken from TRCSL, 17 million, percentage wise 68%. So this reinforce the value of having digital content. So I'm asking you to just think out of the box. Think, even if whatever you are delivering right now, even with the support of your students, you can you can even do some wonders at your institution. So This is what I want to have you. Okay, let's look at now. We are coming to policy and future directions of TVET. Okay, so there I am going to. There are no more. I don't have a lot of slides here, but I am going to talk about these TVET policies which we are talking about. Okay, first talk about now national education policy reforms. Okay, integrating vocational education into school education. And Channa is here. Channa knows very well because Channa is sitting with us for all the time, preparing these ones, and we are giving. And then we know that we are having every month we have at least one. What do you call evening longer discussion with the participation of the Minister of Education, that is our Prime Minister Dr. Harini Amarasuriya. We are discussing how to reform education system in Sri Lanka. So there's a huge prominence have been given to vocational education. So how we integrate vocational education into school education. Therefore, the biggest problem we have at the moment in your organizations, there are people from, there are a lot of vice principals as well. Okay, vice principals, additional director, what is this additional director? Yes, College of Technology. So you know very well. Okay, what is your biggest problem in attracting students for TVET programs in Sri Lanka? Please talk now. What is the biggest problem? Or what are the problems?
Social perception, madam.
Okay, social perception, because people think that is the TVET is like a second grade, right? Is that the
Yes,
reason?
ma'am. Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Okay. What else?
TVET is at the second place, plus they don't know the ladder that if they start with the technical colleges, they don't know that they can go up to NVQ level 7, degree level up to Unimotech. Most of the society, mostly they are unaware of this NVQ ladder. They think that the TVET sector means only level 3 courses. So
Okay.
we have to
They don't know about the
give
career path,
kind
potential
of
career path,
awareness.
right? So they are not aware of the potential career path.
Sometimes, ma'am, we are not attractive enough to, to get the youth into us. Sometimes we are not that smart enough, kind of. There can be private institutes. I'm from the since I'm from the public sector now. There are,
Exactly.
yeah.
Exactly. I'm really happy, and thank you so much for accepting that. Okay, accepting that we are not attractive. We are not attractive at all. Okay, I've been to several VTA centers, and even not everything. Okay, majority, but we are not attractive. We are not even repairing some of the when something broke down. It is been there for like years. We are not even putting any attention on that. But youth, youngsters, they really like to. I mean, they really like to. They are fancy. Their dreams nowadays. Their dreams in like when you talk to some of these parents who are having youngsters. Dr. Keshavan will also testify this, okay? Because we had this discussion when we were having when we met in Manila, last or one before last month. So these youngsters are having very fancy dreams. They want to work. They want to work in a very kind of like a sophisticated environment, beautiful environment, fascinating. They don't want to have go through any difficulties. They just want to have. I mean, not like our generation. Okay, don't think that these people, these youngsters are kind of like some alienated people. That is how we have groomed up to them. Okay, because we are giving everything to our kids. Okay, they are like treasures. I usually say that our kids are like prince and princesses, because we are not giving any hardship, any difficulties. We are not even letting them know that we are in a hardship. We are providing everything. But for us, we are kind of a generation of improvised generation. We knew that our fathers and mothers, how hard they are working for the things they are offering to us. But this is not this current generation's fault. The fault is with us, okay? Because they are having a very fancy, very easy, comfortable life. That's why they are expecting the same from the society. So when our organizations are not with attractive, they don't want to come. That is very true. Okay, what else?
Madam, I like to touch on this based on
Okay,
the generation gap.
yes.
I'm in the process of doing a research in order to be connected with the 2K kids. That is, you're talking about the Z
Mm.
generation, the
Yes.
Alpha. No,
Mm-hmm.
I saw the gap is between the Y and X generation.
Mm.
So how we can connect X and Y to the 2K kids using the Z generation as our variable model. So there will be the linker between the X and Y, those who are born in 70s and above, the minimum. I'm talking about the X and Y generation to connected with the 2K kids, which were born in 2000, who are now 25 years old. So the Z generation will be our moderator to link them. So I'm planning to do a research on this. If Sri Lanka interested, give me some names where we can do some research and present how to link them. That is a very good scope of doing research. I'm planning having this thought after discussion with you. So you brought up this matter today. So I opened this platform. If anybody interested, let us put a hand and do a comprehensive research and present a paper internationally. I give this first priority to Sri Lanka. Thank you.
I raised my hand first, okay? I'd like to
Okay,
involve.
thank you, madam. Let's do it this. I'm keen to lead this. Maybe in 1 or 2 months, I will come out framework. We will form a team. We will present and we will see how we can go about it. So I will take you as one of my team members.
Yeah,
Thank you.
yeah, yeah. I'm willingly joining you. Okay. Anyone
Okay.
else in this class?
Anyone we open here
Yeah.
interested? Maybe not a big group. Maybe 4 or 5. We can do it. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we can ask this. Yeah, there's Buddhika was there. Buddhika, we can even ask Buddhika to join. So this will be very interesting to find out why and what's happening and how can we resolve this issue. Otherwise, we will be stepping into unforeseen and unpredictable future. A lot of my colleagues are also talking about their kids who are living in a fancy world, that they are thinking that they will become millionaires in the age of 35 while they are doing nothing. They are not gaining any skills, they are not doing. So this is why I said these ones, these are very important indicators. These are very important information. Okay, mobile broadband penetration, and there are some others. There are, if you go to TRCSL website, you will see our voice subscription, they are all very high, huge. And also, if you go to United Nations, there's a division called public administration division, and they are every 2 yearly they are conducting a survey called e-government survey. All their member countries, 197, I guess, 197 member countries, they are conducting this survey. And that survey, they have found out, okay, even if you compare the statistic for Sri Lanka, the Sri Lanka's digital public infrastructure, that is actually networking, we have, every corner of the country we have, I agree with you if you would say that we are, some time to time we are dropping, we are losing the receptions. I mean, not for any advertisement, but we are just maintaining. We have Dr. Keshavan, we have prominently 3 telecommunication providers. Dialogue, Mobitel or Sri Lanka Telecom, that is government shares owned by government. Dialogue is 100% private. Dialogue is actually from your country, is from Malaysian company, and the other one is, there are some others, Etisalat or maybe some Airtel. Okay, so we have a huge. When we are before joining this TVET sector, I was actually working a lot in digital transformation in government when I was participating with in Korea and other countries, and people coming from some other countries, they are actually asking how Sri Lanka has achieved this kind of a mobile, I mean the telecommunication penetration, because every corner you go you have a telecommunication reception. You know, it could be any of this service provider, but there are only a few, you know, dark spots are there because there are some geographically which is very difficult to penetrate, that there are some small pockets. Other than that, every corner in Sri Lanka we have huge penetration of telecommunication. That is also very positive. What I'm promoting, what I'm asking you to hear is thinking more and more about digital content delivery. So that is actually aligning with a lot of sustainable development goals. Okay. So these are the, we were talking about policy, national education policy reforms. And then we have this, we will talk more and more about these things. I'm just introducing first what are the policy and future. Have I come to the, yeah. What are the future directions of TVET? We will come back to this slide back again. Okay, once we have discussed some of the alignment of sustainable development, we will come back to this one as well. And then, you know, there is a very recently very important cabinet decision on review committee report of state-owned non-commercial entities. I will say that please, you know, bear with me, my Tamil speaking friends. You might understand because in Sinhala it says රජයට අයත් වාණිජමය නොවන ආයතන පිළිබඳ සමාලෝචන වාර්තාව නිර්දේශ සම්බන්ධයෙන් වූ අමාත්‍ය මණ්ඩල තීරණ. There was a committee which has been reformed to look at all government owned institutions, non-commercial. Non-commercial means all our institutions, VTA, NITA, TVEC, that is our regulator, telecommunication, technical vocational education commission, and you know, German Tech, and also we are making some recommendation to the cabinet of ministers about also about our university colleges and vocational university systems and Ocean University. These two campuses. I think that there are people from University of Vocational Technology. There are people, right?
Yes, madam.
Okay. So in your these are all comes under TVET. I mean, you are delivering vocational education. So these are the TVET sector. So there are important recommendation have been made about these organizations because, for instance, for TVET, cabinet has reviewed their legal mandate and what they are currently doing, and they have now asked our ministry. Okay, සිංහලෙන් මම කියන්නම් මේක වර්තමානයේ වන විට මේ ආයතනය මගින් විභාග පැවැත්වීමෙහිද නිරත වන බැවින් පනත සංශෝධනය කර නියාමන කාර්ය සඳහා පමණක් වින් වූ ආයතනයක් වශයෙන් පවත්වාගෙන යාම. So there are conflicts of interest when the people, I know that the TVET was actually fulfilling a gap where there should be a you know, central body of conducting examinations, which we don't have currently. Examinations can be conducted at the there is one argument that why can't delivery institutions such as VTA, DTT, NITA, German Tech, why can't they conduct their own examination through NVQ? And then again, the other side of the argument is that there would be a huge space for biasness. Okay, so we know that, I mean, we are human. Okay, there could be human intervention. So that is the problem. But identifying this gap, it was TVET has stepped into the conducting examination. But this is also cabinet has identified. Being a regulator, how can because they are the developers, and in one end they are developing NCS, okay, curriculum development. They are the people who are developing curriculum, and ultimately they are the people who are conducting exams. So this is kind of a not aligned. This is like, you know, consultant. Let's say a consultant is developing a specification, okay, and then later on at the time of procurement, this consultant comes as a bidder, okay. He knows what the specification he have made. He might be preparing specification for his own product, okay. So that is the problem here. So I'm not that I am telling, not that I am accusing of any level that TVET is doing that. These are the things, you know, the people's perception when this happens, okay. And there's the ජාතික ආධුනිකත්ව සහ කාර්මික පුහුණු කිරීමේ අධිකාරිය, that is NITA. We know that NITA and TVET is functioning under the same act, number 28, number 1990. Is that right, Channa? 28?
Yes, madam. It's
20,
correct, yeah.
28 1990 act, okay.
20.
20, yeah, 20, okay. I'm sorry. 2099. So this same
90.
act, yeah.
Yeah.
Section 1 is TVET or NITA?
TVET.
TVET.
Section 1 TVET, then section 2 NITA.
NITA, oh yeah.
Yeah.
So see, this is the, actually NITA has been established to look over or be the kind of a mediator, coordinator for all the TVET graduates, or let's say TVET students,
Yeah.
to them coordination between industry and TVET, okay. But now
Yeah.
TVET is also conducting courses, okay, training courses. So that is also, I mean, kind of gone beyond. I know I'm not arguing, okay, Channa, don't make it. I'm not telling any this is bad or right or wrong. But these are the
Yes, ma'am.
recommendations are given. We really have to have a bigger discussion. I mean, this is what we are actually at the moment we are doing this, okay. And also government also, there's a very good, good observation. See this one, රජයේ දෙපාර්තමේන්තු හා රජයට අයත් වාණිජමය නොවන ආයතනවල කාර්යයන් ද්විකරණය වළක්වා ඒවායේ ඵලදායීතාවය ඉහළ නැමීම. What does it mean in English? Government departments and government-owned non-commercial entities, duplication of work, redundancy of work, to overcome this redundancy and increase the productivity. Now, there are people, I saw there are people from Anuradhapura University College. And are there anyone from Anuradhapura Court? Are there anyone from Anuradhapura Court? No? Okay. So, last week or before last week, maybe before last week, we had a meeting with Anuradhapura University College of Anuradhapura and Department of Technical Education, because some of the students are protesting about land matter, okay. I'm not giving my personal ideas about these students' actions, okay, but at that discussion it was disclosed that these two institutions are separated only by a road, okay. The main road, opposite side is a course and the other side is the university college, and both are conducting same program, you know, face-to-face two organization which comes under Ministry of Education and providing same program. And now what? They are competing for same market, same students. I mean, now the students are kind of like, so it is kind of, and why do we, I mean, sometimes it is very, very worrying to see, why do we have to maintain two facilities to deliver same thing? Why can't we make all these, you know, we can have a better facility and a better learning environment, better teachers, better instructors, and more instructors and more space for, if we make it one organization. That is why it is productivity is gone high. So the cabinet has, I mean, rightly identified this one. So they have given recommendation for ministry. Now it's a huge, I mean, the committee stage we are actually finding all these kind of duplication work, redundancy work conducting at our TVET institution. If we look at other countries, so I actually went to see this TESDA in Philippines, and I mean, someone was telling our institutions are not attractive. Dr. Keshavan will testify. I mean, when I step into TESDA, I was kind of amazed. Okay, I was kind of amazed. The facility they are having. I mean, the environment, and it's very attractive for the young generation. So how they have come to that? That is because they don't have any other kind of TVET delivery. They don't have competitive organized competitive institutions for same student market. They have one delivery system, that is TESDA, so that they have pulled up all the resources, all the budget, everything. So now what we have to deliver some to the Department of Technical Education, NITA, VTA, CGTTI, SLGTI, everywhere. For the same, automobile is being done at German Tech, SLGTI, VTA, KTech Kodugudavath. Okay, okay here. So I mean, when we were talking about, even people are like, it is sometimes it's kind of like a joke, like a ridiculous. Okay, some people are like, they are born with this organization. Some are so at what do you call, at, attached. Okay, so attached to their institution. So I mean, you don't really have to, I mean, you always have to see the bigger picture, big picture. What is Sri Lanka? What are the now I show you what are our development challenges and what are our opportunities we have. Now we have to fill the gap between our challenges and our opportunities, and it is you. Okay, you all who are in the TVET sector is the people to bridge this gap between our challenges and our opportunities. So if you come as a one team, TVET, Sri Lanka TVET, okay, this is not the name, this has not been TVET, this is my, some of the words came out of my mind just now. But if we have, there's one, actually previous there was one concern, one TVET, okay. So kind of a thing. This is exactly what happens in Philippines. This is something happened in Malaysia. Malaysian system. I didn't have chance to go and have it first-hand experience in Malaysia, but I have heard from even Dr. Keshavan and some of the participants who participated at the Colombo Plant Staff College Liaison Officers meeting. So they have one system, and in Singapore, in India, they have very sophisticated system. That is because they have identified, okay, each one's role. So there are no duplication. The Dvikarane Kela Amatya Mandalaya. So our cabinet have even identified that. Okay. So this cabinet decision on review committee report on state or non-commercial entities, these are talking about, and there's a lot to be done in that with regard to this cabinet decision. And national strategic framework for TVET sector. Based on these two, now actually the ministry is in the verge of preparing national strategic framework for whole TVET sector in Sri Lanka. The chairman of this committee is the chairman of TVET, Dr. Vikramasinghe, Professor Vikramasinghe. So he was previously the Colombo Plant Staff College Director General. Some of you might remember we had concluded, we actually held in-country training program here, physical training program. One thing I wanted to actually tell, we have time, okay, until 11:30 we have time. I wanted to talk about your participation, okay. Since this matter came up now, I will talk on that also. So at the very beginning of the program also, I was telling you that even though the mode of delivery is in this program is online, it is very important for you to, I mean, knowledge, it really doesn't matter, it comes directly face to face. So you are going into another country, or you are staying in here and listening to computer. That is why you are, when you are going to social media, you are, there are some knowledge, tips, some videos they say, okay, this knowledge, aren't you, you are not watching that, you are watching that. Why? These are also online content. This is online content. So I told you at the very first day, I participated in this program, ITC ILO program on uh, leading TVET system in digital and AI era. So I don't know, I got enormous knowledge, and I actually have, in my computer at one point I have stored all my documents, and sometimes I have put them in my phone, and whenever I'm traveling, whenever I can't do anything else, I'm just reading that. This is how we gain the knowledge of this sector. You know that I'm from a administrative service, and we people call that we are generalist. Okay, wherever you go, wherever what the position you have been put into, within 3 months, 4 months, 6 months time, you have to get all the knowledge of this sector. Otherwise, I cannot perform my duties. I cannot perform my duties as additional secretary without having domain knowledge of TVET. What is TVET? And this is why I am delivering this lecture. It is not because I have this knowledge from the beginning. That is because I gain knowledge from participating in online program, participating in some other programs. Okay, so this is how you knowledge. I mean, you every day when you are going to bed, you think about what new things today have added to my life. You will have self satisfaction. That is why I say I sometimes I actually gain some bad kind of negative, okay, negative feedback from CPSC. Some of your participants were not attending this program online, maybe because it's on, maybe you are having some other meetings, but we have asked your organization to release you from other work, okay, release you from other work for these 5 days. Yeah, so the mode of delivery, just forget it and just listen. I mean, just go through the materials which has been provided. I heard that yesterday, Hasita, which we have found from, he is a person who works with the GIZ projects, and I listened to him several occasions. I have listened to him, and I recognize him as a very, very good delivery person, very good knowledgeable person. So that's how I got him into this program. So we are working really, really hard to find these people, and these training program. Why we are providing these training programs? Why ministry? We can just keep on doing our policy matters and everything. We can ask, okay, individual organization, you will have your own training programs. We could have done that. Why we are doing that? Because we are not looking this problem as individual problem. I am from the ministry, we are looking at this a national problem. You are the people who are very important people, who are teaching, who are guiding these youngsters. You are kind of like more important than even sometimes school teachers, because they are at the very vulnerable age. So if you don't have continuous knowledge upload, you have some knowledge, and then that knowledge become obsolete, there should be new knowledge come. Sometimes you have to unlearn also. There's a term called unlearn, because from the young age we have learned. Some of our learnings are invalidated, not it's obsolete, it's not going very well with current situation, current economic social conditions. So at that point, you have to forget what you have learned. Okay, you have to forget, okay, I have learned this, totally forget it, and get new knowledge. Okay, what are current things are going on. So this is how you learn, this is how you become a, at least become a more, what do you call, a fuller person, a more, kind of a richer person. Richness is not in your wallet. Okay, my wallet is always like, I don't have any money in my wallet at all times. Okay, but knowledge wise, I'm always, my mind is open for new knowledge, new things, new ones. Okay, so from that is how I, within one year, so I assumed duties only 1 year ago. Now I think I have a huge knowledge about this sector, this TVET sector, and I can even contribute to the national policy making. This how have I gained it? Through these various programs. Especially I also I told you I also participated this online. So this is why it's important. I really wanted to tell you, I really wanted to log into the other day into the session and ask you to concentrate on what you are doing in here. It is very much important. I mean, even if it is not important in your delivery system, not directly relevant to your whatever you are delivering in your organization, don't you feel that you are satisfied? I mean, you are, you know, you are a better person than yesterday because you didn't have this knowledge. Just you didn't have knowledge. You didn't have some good knowledge about circular economy by yesterday. So this our Millie lady, Buddhika neda kare.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, Buddhika. I'm very happy that you have circular economy. I actually went through. Hasita has sent me the okay. These are the theme paper I'm going to present. He has shared with me. And then when my way back home, I was reading that your theme paper and your all the things. And then I also get some more knowledge about circular economy. So every day you become a better version of yourself. So please, okay, don't let down. Don't like people do for the TVET section is a second level. Don't look at online training. This is not a second level. This is a knowledge. Sometimes even people more knowledge than you are sharing in a physical, really face-to-face level, because there I don't see, I don't have any distractions. I don't see anyone other than my computer screen. So I'm telling all the things I have in my heart. I don't feel like okay, that person's face is දැන් මට මෙතන වැඩිපුර දන්න කෙනෙකුට ඉන්නේ චන්න නිසා මම හැමතිස්සෙම චන්න අල්ල ගන්නවා. චන්න හිතනවා දැන් නෑ චන්න මල්ල ගන්නවා කියලා. දැන් චන්නගේ මූණ මේ වෙලාවේ දැක්කනම් මම හිතනවා චන්නගේ මූණෙන් මට පේනවා. So it feels like he knows this one. So I should not talk about this thing. There are some things like that in physical mode of delivery. But when it comes to online mode of delivery, I don't see any of your face actually, because I'm looking at my slide, because I'm reading out of some of the information from my slides. I'm looking at my slide. So everything come into my mind, I can. So this is how, okay, that's enough for the participation. But today is the last day. I'm really hope that you have contributed to this one actively. Okay, national strategic framework for TVET sector. We are working on that for the whole TVET sector. This is again complementary to the cabinet decision on review of committee of state-owned and non-commercial entity. So I'm showing you some of the draft. Okay, make sure I double underline draft. Okay, triple underline draft framework which created by a combination of everyone. There were all the TVET sector heads, TVET HODs, chairmen, and some of the other people were there when we are kind of having discussions and making these draft versions. So I will show you that one as well. Oh, I thought it's 1.5 hours time. We have 2.5 hours. Dr. Keshwan, do I have 10? I have time until 10:30, right?
Yeah, 10:30. That means
yeah. Sorry.
So
I was thinking.
it is in Sri Lanka. Is it 10:25 now?
Yeah, 10:22.
Okay. How long do you need, madam? We can cut short break. We
I
can
was
give you
having
some
my
time.
mind. I have time till 11:30. Give me more like 15 minutes.
I give you 20 minutes.
20. Oh, good. Thank you so much.
Okay. So we'll cut short the break. Then you can have in fact of giving half an hour break, we give 15 minutes. You can take 20 minutes.
All right. Okay. I'm
please.
sorry. It's
No problem.
my fault. I was suddenly in my mind it went like it's until 11:30, and I was actually thinking, what should I do until 11:30?
No. Please.
Okay, so then we have National Policy Framework and Action Plan for Green TVET. Okay, this is very much aligning with sustainable development, because every people think that when we are talking about sustainable development, that is more about environment. So yeah, this is for this one, National Policy Framework and Action Plan for Green TVET. This was presented by, done by a consultative team, and the last week it was a draft has been presented at TVET. They have organization, TVET is doing this, okay, and anyone could be doing, but this is for the TVET sector of Sri Lanka. And then gender policy for TVET in Sri Lanka, in the collaboration with what do you call the GIZ in Sri Lanka, we are working on gender policy for TVET Sri Lanka. How you have seen that female participation in economically active female participation is very low in Sri Lanka. Economically inactive is 71%. So gender policies, some of our institutions are not really for some programs they have identified it's not very much gender friendly, I mean female friendly. Some on the other hand, I know that there are some programs where there are even that some boys, some male participants wanted to join. They are not joining because they are thinking that okay, that sector is only for women. One of such is that what do you call nursery programs, preschool programs. Have you ever seen any male participant in these programs? In Sri Lanka, I see a huge gap in primary education in the male parts, but we need role models. These are the ages of the early childhood. They are these boys should see some role model males in their. This is my personal idea. Okay, there's no what do you call academic reference or anything, but this is my personal idea. I think that there should be also male in early childhood education. It is not only people think that it is mothers, they are taking care of their kids, so that is not I mean that might be the reason for some of our social issues. Okay, and digitalization of TVET system, we are actually working, we have even selected a task force to drive whole TVET institutions through digitalization. So we are, I mean our secretary and our minister is our prime minister. She is also in a really asking me to prepare kind of a dashboard system, so that they can at any given time they can look at the dashboard and see okay how many how many students are there for this program and what is our industry coming up. There should be a very precise linkage between national development plan should be contributed by industry ministries, so that they know that which industries are coming through in next year, after next year, for the 3 years, what is our industry requirement, and they are giving us industry requirement. This will be our industry installation, and these will be the requirement. Okay, some mechatronics, some automation industry, some artificial intelligence. So there are a lot of industries are booming up in Sri Lanka. In this there's a trace cities where they are place of industry consortium. They are bringing up a lot of new industries to Sri Lanka. So they need, even yesterday we had a meeting with one delegation from China, and these delegation were talking about in harbor city, port city, they are going to have 60 something Chinese industries, Chinese corporations are coming, and they need people with these skills, some digital, some sophisticated modern skills, together with even Chinese. Sometimes they are working Chinese, so Chinese language. So there's a huge opportunity for us. Okay, so digitalization would make more sense that we can deliver. As in the beginning I told you, we have digital system, digital content delivery, and then we connect that to centralized information system. At any given point we can see how many graduates are preparing for automation sector, so that we can make easy policy decisions. Okay, the foreign direct investment, okay, you come and set up this industry because we are making ready these ones. And also there's one more thing I would tell you, because this one, national education policy reforms. So this one, vocational education will be integrated into schools from grade 8 onwards, grade 8 9. Is that right, Channa? Grade 8.
Yes,
Yeah,
grade 8 and 9, they start from the grade 8.
grade 8 and 9 we will introduce this module, 2 year long module called wow. Okay, world of work. So we will, I mean, the students will be introduced to various sectors, industrial, occupational, various sectors. But now currently why they are looking down at the TVET system is that they only schools given them, okay, you become a doctor, you become an engineer, you become a teacher, you become a nurse, you become a lawyer. So there are only few categories of professions they are being introduced. Now with the introduction of wow, they will be introduced into whole lot of world of work, every, even construction, lot of when you take construction, how many job categories. If you, when you take hospitality sector, how many job categories, even in TESDA in Philippines. I actually was trying to make what do you call bartending even for girls. Okay, bartending in Sri Lanka, that job will be very much kind of looked down. I mean the what do you cocktail maker. So in Sri Lanka in future, I mean, you don't have to drink, you don't have to be an alcoholic to become a bartender. So bartender courses are even being given to, it's very popular among girls. Okay, so these are some of these areas we are in the introduced in the schools in the subject of wow. And after grade 9, we will be conducting a career interest test. Okay, and the tendency, just to identify what are their tendency, which area these students would like to learn more, so that they can choose a basket of vocational education subjects. Okay, and then grade 10 and 11 they will take in this one, and grade 11, after they are having their GC examination, now that students have flavored, okay, they have known this importance or the interesting factors about these jobs. Even if they might be qualified to go into like they, let's assume they are even getting 9 A's for their GC O level, but still, now that they might have developed some fascination, some interesting to some other category of job, let's say a hotelier, hospitality industry. So he will say, no, I have I have 9 A's, but still my interest and career interest test also conducted. So now together with this one, he might have come into vocational. So now grade 12 and 13 we have totally vocational path. Okay, and by the time he finishes at A level, we are actually this is in collaboration with all our TVET institutions, we are offering these subjects. So by the end of A level, the people who are gone through other STEM medium like science, arts, science, what do you call, science, technology, engineering, or that medium, they can sit for A level. While they are having these courses, they are also having some of the technical optional technical vocational modules. Okay, so by the time people end at the A level, the students who have chosen vocational education will pass out with NVQ4 qualification, and by the time they are age of like 18 or 19, we have to make them job ready. Okay, so NVQ4 qualified directly can go into the labor market. So this is actually national education policy reforms intention of to make people and to have and to guarantee that 13-year education while they are in the as they admitted to school as school student, and they are also collaboratively working with us, so that we actually, by if that happens, if when that being implemented, our TVET institution, we don't have to go after finding our students, because automatically from school system they are being directed to our TVET institution. So we are working very harmoniously with general education and TVET education. This is one of the future directions of TVET. Okay, so I'm since this lecture is on policy, governance, and future direction for sustainable development, I might touch upon SDG linked to TVET. So everybody knows, you might already have known that these ones now, by that time, this is the last day. SDG 4 talk about quality education. So these target 4, 3, 4, 4, 4, 5, 4, 7, these are very much relevant to our sector. We will look at it a little bit. And SDG 8, Goal 8 talk about decent work and economic growth. These are the things we were actually talking about all this lecture, all this session. Decent work. I told you that there are people need, okay, not in education, not in education, employment or training, okay. So we really have to address these people, and because when they don't have this skills training, they will be in like not really in a proper job, okay. That is why decent work means there should be some dignity for their work, okay. And responsible consumption and production, this you learned yesterday about circular economy and green economy. This is the responsible consumption. And climate action, then relevant to green economy, green TVET. As you are in your organizations, okay, we'll have to transform our organization so that we are using clean energy, green energy, okay. Our effluents, our wastage are very much less, and we are circulating our waste, okay. So this thing. And gender equality, because of gender, any person should not be discriminated in our programs, okay. I learned that one of our institution, I don't want to nominate, there was a couple of girls who have come to the program, some which are male dominant program, okay. And within 2-3 weeks of time, these two female participants have dropped out from the, they have left the course. That is because some of the students, and some, the sad thing is that some of the instructors have time to time saying that, are you not afraid of climbing into roof and looking down? Are you okay with that? They are not good questions to work with, this gender equality. If these female have selected to come in to participate in some of the male dominant program, instructor's role is to encourage, not to discourage them, okay. So that is, you will have to sensitivity to through gender perspective. So for that, actually we are working with GIZ to have a gender policy and reduce inequality. So the inequality in terms of gender, in terms of people with disabilities, in terms of regional level, the people from far away areas, they don't have access to sophisticated courses. So that we have in Colombo all kind of courses, but what about the far away area? So we really have to look at them and work for them. So this one is once again we are talking at the same thing. Increase in number of youth and adults with relevant technical and vocational skills. This is SDG 4.4 indicator. It is our ministry is responsible to achieve this. So what we have, the reforms we are talking about, a new structure, we have public-private partnerships and industry collaborations to achieve this one. And SDG 8, promoting inclusiveness and sustainable economic growth and decent work. We are providing as a policy of the country, we are providing SEPI loans. You might you know this thing, self-employment project implementation or something. What is it? Self-employment?
Promotional initiative.
Promotional initiative loan. This is up to 1 million. Last year, the 76 million something has been totally distributed. This year, we have more budget. Please encourage your students. You have learned about entrepreneurship and technopreneurship in this course, okay? Please encourage your students who have completed 5-6 levels to apply through any government bank. We have increased the amount of, not increase means, increase means it is 1 million, but the amount, last year only 76 or 86 people, not exactly I remember, something around that, but this year more money. So please encourage your students to and then inform them, make awareness about these students. Okay, there are entrepreneurship supply loans and Sisu Savia scholarship program. Everybody knows that. In Sri Lanka, it's really Sri Lanka is one of the countries who are actually providing subsistence to the TVET education. I even know that in my childhood also, after I finished A level, some of my friends are actually joining. I'm from Goal technical college. Okay, they were asking me why I not coming to technical college to learn, at least do a secretarial course something. I mean, there's a gap between the A levels and university. So, but for even that time in our generation, for even that small time, people are going to technical college. Okay, and one motivating factor is that they were telling that you know what, you are even getting a allowance. Okay, so that some of the people are actually going because of the allowance. Okay, because we are giving a like a transport allowance, but Sisu Savia is like we have increased that into 4,000 to 5,000 now for 1 month. That is another promoting one for this goal 8. And digitalization of TVET, as I discussed earlier, when we have digitalization platform, we can even deliver content even without people coming to our institution, so that we are inclusion of even the faraway people, regional people into our programs. I mean, we are delivering content. It really doesn't matter they have to come to our organization. We can even collaborate them with the OGT, even if they are, I mean, once they have passed the examination and achieve the levels, we can even place them in the OGT, right? They really don't have, if they have getting hands-on skills and getting the knowledge in some whatever the method, it will be acceptable. Okay, and then gender equality and so driving green and circular economy, you have talked about these things, so I'm not going into that. And support to digital transformation and key sustainable indicators for, once again, the same thing we are talking about. I will share these slides with you. So you don't have to worry, you can go through this is the same thing we are talking again and again: green, integrate, quality and inclusiveness and lifelong learning. I want to tell you one more thing. Within the framework of inclusiveness, we have even taken step, especially very thankful to VTA who have trained some of the instructors to work especially with this autism spectrum disorder students. They are very, I mean, their parents are also very helpless. What would they do with these kids when they are grow up? So they are offering NVQ level 2 computer, what do you call, computer operator or something, NVQ level 2. And for the Down syndrome people, they are offering NVQ level 2 for FNB, right?
Yes, ma'am. FNB.
FNB. FNB, and they there's a very significant development into in very recent, they will have 20 batch out, and the Cinnamon Hotels chain have actually expressed their willingness to have some 10 or more of these people. So that's a very 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 commendable and very very honorable thing to do. These private sectors, or the private sector come to in collaboration. And also Mount Lavinia Hotel also have provided them OGT for these Down syndrome people. So they should actually, we should not look upon these people with disabilities, because they don't want our sympathy. අයියෝ පවුනේ මෙයා කියලා එහෙම we should not do that. Even in your instructors, you should not look down at them in a sympathetic way. You should have empathy, only empathy. Okay, this person is well, it's not his fault he has become autism or Down syndrome or any kind of disability, amputated limbs or anything. That's might not be his fault. Okay, even if it is fault, we should not give an okay පව් කියන එක නිසා නෙමෙයි, we should recognize him as a citizen with equal right in the organization. Our organization should have accessibility for them. I think most of our institutions have come up to now. I think my time is almost over. So this one I really wanted to show you this one. Okay, let me see. Okay. So this is in the draft level. So this is futuristic view of TVET sector. So this is Ministry of Education. I don't know whether you can see it. Ministry of Education hired. This is our ministry, and this is how we actually proposing to organize TVET sector. Training providers, TVET regulator in the middle, TVET implementer. Okay, might not be exactly the TVET implementer word, because TVET, I see TVET provider and TVET implementer maybe is kind of what do you call mingled kind of, so that TVET providers are all your institutions. So TVET universities, industry, vocational colleges. So actually we are proposing for the colleges who are offering NVQ level 5 and 6 to upgrade with their vocational colleges. Okay, in the places where offering NVQ 2 until 4, they will be vocational high schools. I mean, at the moment we have not taken any decision to amalgamate all the institutions. Okay, there's no decision as such. Rather than that, we will take actions to
Rationalization. Rationalization.
rationalize, kind of a rationalization. And so what we do is we will take actions to omit the redundancy. Okay, so as I discussed previously, if the same program is happening, in two different organizations under two different brand names, so we will have to look at them and review at them and then make, okay, center of excellence. Okay, these are the places where this program is happening. So all the resources will be centralized into that place. So that kind of a thing. And then we have and the parallel central administration system will go in, and a career guide. All of your organization, you have career guidance unit. They work together, and this is where NVQ level goes up, level 2 to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And look at here, TVET regulator is a TVET, and also there will be TVET implementer. So this one we are proposing to have Institute for NCS curricular development, training of teachers, and assessor training. This is kind of like a curricular development and a training. We have a huge gap in TVET industry in Sri Lanka. There's no dedicated organization, dedicated institution for TVET sector teacher training, whereas in India and other countries there's a very strong institution. There's a huge investment is also coming. We are making plans to have a dedicated institute for your training. That will be a huge motivator for you. And also, having said that, we are also working with getting a better salary scale. And if it is not a salary, I mean, getting a salary scale is a huge challenge in Sri Lanka. But we are also talking about kind of having incentives for TVET sector trend, because we have identified the prominence and importance and the role they are delivering. They are directly dealing to the population segment who are going to the economic development of the country. So we are seriously taking this into consideration, and ministry in this policy. I mean, this could be very difficult. I mean, very challenging to get this. You know that the Department of Management Services and then what you call all these regulatory people are all the top, and whenever to get some approval, it's been very difficult, but we are working on it. Okay. And then we have SDFL currently doing something else. Okay, but we are going to actually utilize this skills development fund for this TVET implementing role. And then if you look at here, and then this side, now we don't have any kind of a real-time market intelligence, labor market intelligence. We are going to put up a labor market intelligence committee directly under the Prime Minister's leadership, so that there are other ministries who are Ministry of Finance, Labor, Industry, Foreign Employment, and all the other industries and other government organizations are collaboratively working with that unit, and that information, that labor market information will come to us, come to our ministry, and then we distribute. Okay, this is the demand, this is the labor market information. This now you have to create our workforce this one for this one. Okay, this is kind of like a futuristic governance framework for TVET sector in Sri Lanka.
Action plan for TVET sustainable development. Okay, let me put it in this mode. Okay, can you see the next slide? Vision.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, we can
Okay.
see.
So vision to build a resilient, inclusive, and future-ready TVET ecosystem in Sri Lanka that contributes to sustainable development, decent employment, and economic competitiveness. Okay, that is the vision you should have in your action plan. What is the mission? Mission to design and implement an innovative, inclusive, and sustainable technical vocational education training system in Sri Lanka. You can look into these 4 aspects: strengthening policy framework and institutional capacities, integrating green digital entrepreneurship skill into curricula, fostering strong public-private partnership, the linkages, PPP, they call it, public-private partnership, or we call it institute industry linkages, IIL, and ensuring equitable access and lifelong learning opportunities for all in order to prepare a skilled workforce that meets current and future demands of the labor market and derive the country's sustainable development agenda. So this lifelong learning is very important. You see, people are, Mr. Fernando, when you will be retiring? How many more years to go?
2029.
So another 4 more years to go. What
Yeah.
is the retirement age? 65 or 60?
60.
60. So you have another 4 more years to go. Okay. After retirement, what are you going to do?
I plan to repair vehicle garage.
Okay, very good. So you have some plan, you see.
Yeah, yeah.
The problem is, when you are in position, you are power, people will call you, people will do you. But once the day you retire, people might forget you. That is the culture we have, not only in Sri Lanka, everywhere we have. We should bring them back as an alumni. When do with their expertise, we should, that is called return of investment. We just call them back. They have already pensionable, they have. You just give them some token. With their expertise, we can train more people. Are that taking place in Sri Lanka? Those who are expertise retired, are they bring back to the public, bring back to the private sector? Are they contributing? In
Yes,
Sri Lanka, how the practice?
Some cases.
Sometimes, not many times.
Yes.
It should be many times.
That depends.
If you think they have a very good track record, if they can work, why not we extend their contract? Do the policy by annual base, whether they can work by yearly, we can renew the contract up to 65. Academia can go up to 70. So these are the things we need to look into the policy, the framework. So this is called lifelong learning. And people who want to learn after 60, something new like garage, we should also encourage for him or for he or she to go to a place where can get this knowledge to start up, because they need to keep themselves busy. You're working, suddenly sit at home, you're not doing anything, you fall sick. Then a lot of things will come. After 10 years, you will be saturated. So keep yourself engaging. Don't think TVET only while working. After you finish being the TVET, you can be on your own. do something. So that should be the agenda, lifelong learning for TVET sustainability. I move on. Okay, can you see the framework by pillars?
Yes, sir.
Okay, pillar 1, I'm going by pillar. Pillar 1, policy and governance alignment with SDGs. Objectives: strengthen national TVET policy to align with sustainable development goal, especially SDG 4, 8, 9, 12, and 13. I think this also mentioned in Madam Samanthi's slide. So 4, 8, 9 is a common. If you talk about any donor company, donor agency, ILO, ADB, GIZ, any don't, they talk about 4, 8, 9. 12 and 13 is depends. Depends on the country, depends what you want. But they also now focusing 12 and 13, becoming more reliable. Climate change, the growth, okay? So these are the common 4, 8, 9, 12, 13. So you always remember your focus point should be 4, 8, 9, 12, 13. Then you are there. Talk 4, 8, 9, 13. You talk in this scope to anyone internationally, they know, you know something about SDG. So that is very important takeaway point. Maybe before coming here, you don't know. You know 17. But these are the focus point for TVET sustainability. 4, 8, 9, 12, and 13. So make sure you know these 5. But you must know TVET, for TVET SDG 4, you know. Please go into 8, 9, 12, and 13, what they says, how we can fit in. Okay. So the action, the strategic action, expected output, and comparative benchmark, I divide into 3. So strategic action: establish a national TVET sustainability policy, integrate with SDG. So please review your framework, your policy, whether it is in line, incorporated with SDG or not. Maybe your policy have written few years ago. Now, so how, can I ask you a question? How frequent you review your policy in Sri Lanka? Mr. Chana is here. Mr. Chana?
Yes,
Looks
5
like
years.
Mr. Chana work with Joint Secretary. Mr. Chana, how frequent we review the policy?
Normally the 5 year duration is depends on the government change, but normally it's the 5 year and some 3 years. Sometimes we are working with the 3 year plans or 5 year strategic plan. Normally strategic plans we are working with the 3 year and the 5 years.
Yeah.
It's depend. That's the range.
Yeah, but normally I think any country the standard is 5 years, but every mid-year, maybe at the third year, they will review how
Yeah.
it goes.
But
The midterm
every year
review.
we are preparing the action plan out of from the strategic plan.
Yeah, okay. So it's good. So please review whether incorporated and try to incorporate the 4, 8, 9, 12, and 13. Give more priority on this. The expected output: coherent roadmap for green skills, lifelong learning, and equity. Comparative benchmark: you can benchmark Germany, integrated TVET in national sustainable development strategy. You can use Germany as a benchmark on these policies. I just give you, maybe you have a different country, I just give you Germany. Maybe you have a different option. Always see the country which have success, take them as a benchmark. If the country is behind your country, don't take them as a benchmark. Always think, go further. Okay. What is the difference between these two animals, horse and cow? Can anybody tell me the way they eat grass, horse and cow?
Application. So,
Both also
plenty.
eat grass.
Yes.
Horse only eat the grass and moving forward. Don't, once you already move forward, it won't come behind. It will eat only the in front and keep on moving. But the cow will eat the grass. If you see behind there's another grass, greener, will come back and eat again. Will make a turn. So you see they go and come, but not to say the cow is lousy. Cow also, in Hindu we say Mahalakshmi. Okay, but the horse, the trend, moving forward, always be like a horse. Moving forward, no keep on coming back. That is what I try to say. The attitude, the concept of the horse running forward. When you miss, but you keep on running. That should be the horse. Okay? But the horse also got another attitude. You can bring a horse to the lake. Okay? You can bring the horse to the lake and show this is the water. If the horse don't want to drink, you cannot do anything. So what is the moral of the story? You bring a horse to the lake, you show this is the water. So the horse don't want to drink the water. What is the moral of the story?
You can you can show someone the path, but it's up to them to decide whether to take it or not.
Budika, I like your name. Your name and your intelligence. You captured properly. Thank you. That is the message. Because you take somebody, you show somebody, you have done your part. Okay, this is the water. You thirsty, you drink. If they don't want to drink, then they say they die. Let's say they hunger. It is not your problem. You already done it, your part. So when you are in the position, please do your part. Whether the top level listening or not listening, up to them. You have done your part. Don't say you don't know, you never part. Don't you feel guilty. So that's what I'm trying to say. Do your part. Whether they like it or don't like it, leave it. As at end, you know you have done your part. During you are in that position, you are the authority. Position should come with authority. Position should come with authority. No position like rubber stamp. Just for the namesake signing. That is very wrong. Then that means you pray, but you are not sincere. God is watching. Okay? So position should come with authority. Then you have the say to. Do it properly. Budika, what is your position? Ma'am Budika?
I'm an instructor in English at the Department of Technical Education and Training, sir.
Okay, Mr. Monange, Fernando, what is your decision, sir?
I am Assistant Director, Career Guidance and Marketing.
Can be a director before retire.
Sorry, sir, I remove my again.
Can be a director before retire. Promoted.
Maybe, sir.
Yes, definitely.
Maybe.
Okay. I hope to see you very soon to become the director.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Next is create an interministerial steering committee for TVET and sustainability. So you need a committee. You need to form a committee. Are you all still visible with the my slide? Create an interministerial steering committee. That means in the ministerial level to make sure you give a proper advice to the minister who are making decision. From the department, there should be one level who incorporate with all kind of facilities. You see, like previously, Professor Vikramasinghe was our Director General. Now he was appointed by the President as a chairperson for TVET Commission, TVEC. So you see, this kind of people can contribute. So you bring these people to give the input to the minister on the agenda. Because you see, ministers sometimes are political appointment. So they might have the background or they might not have the background. Like Madam Samati say, she learned 1 year, now she knows. You see, not everyone will have that kind of attitude. But we need to advise properly without any personal interest. The national interest, that should be counting. Cross-sector coordination between MOE, MOL, Ministry of Education, Ministry of Labour, Ministry of Environment, Ministry of Industry. So that should be there, cross-section. We need to work together. Now the problem is we are not working together. Look at Sri Lanka. I was very amazed and I was shocked. They say when a student come for diploma or some level 3 or level 4, they enroll in the college or any place. After that, go for attachment. NITA will come. They have another regulatory body will go. That means that there is no one body will endorse this student until graduation. There is 2-3 bodies involved in Sri Lanka until this boy or girl will graduate for diploma. Maybe it will take 2 or 3 days or maybe longer. So we must make it, everybody need to be work together. Sometimes these NITA people and TVEC got problem. Internal glitches. I know we are mankind. We are not like a god. We have some personal issues. Okay, now let's fix it up. Drag this one. So that is mankind. So we must put in one, work for one. So make it the path is easier. Rather than eating like this, don't eat like this. Then it's a problem. So find a way how you can interact. NITA, TVEC, some have got 2 or 3 entity. Be in one group, even though, okay, this is the process, we work together. Your mindset should be the same to get the TVET. So there should be one regulatory body to coordinate all this and make sure frequent meeting. Then only you can be straightened. Now I see in Sri Lanka, all of them are going on their own. They are not. They are telling we are working together. In practically, no. You should ask yourself. All working, we are the best. We are the best. We are the best. But we are not putting the whole is the best. Sorry if I hurt your feeling, but this is the reality. When I did my program in Sri Lanka in last October, I did a program with Professor Suravira, TD Suravira. I was with him. We did a program and we saw the issues. Okay. And we need to fix these things. Okay. So that is one. Then you can use a benchmark of Australia, Inter-Agency Task Force for Skill Environment Coordination. In Australia, if a student take TVET, the government gives scholarship. Government give pocket money monthly to the student who take TVET. You see what kind of encouragement, because the economical, they are strong. In Malaysia, we also considering that. You see, so there should be some incentive packages to encourage people to take more TVET. If no people would, or at least the salary wages need to be upgraded after they have the TVET, what qualification they have, the salary scheme must be go up to make people to take. Why people are going for Starbucks? Why people are going for McD, KFC? Because the brand, the image, people, even though you increase the price, people still want to take. That is the branding. So we need to bring this branding in TVET for any country, not only Sri Lanka. So find a way how to make it attractive. If no, people will be obsolete. So don't try to have the same type of the program in every place. See the demography of the program. Do the market survey. What program can be offered on that area where they can go for internship? Only offer that program. So other places. So make the 9 region, you 1 or 2 regions specify only for this program. Others this program. To cater the normal common program can. So that will make you to allocate the money, the budget effectively to invest. So be focused on that. That is my humble request. Pillar 2, is the slide change? Is the slide change? Pillar
Yes,
2,
sir.
green curriculum and skill integration.
Yes, sir.
Okay, objective, embedded green digital soft skill in all level of TVET curricula. Okay, strategy action, develop a green skill competency framework. Okay, green skill competency framework. Okay. Okay, this is green skill competency framework. We are talking about energy, agriculture, tourism, construction. For Sri Lanka, this pillar mainly for Sri Lanka. That's why I focus on this. Expected TVET curricula reflects emerging green occupation. You can benchmark South Korea. Korea green growth strategy includes skill mapping per industry. Only South Korea, not North Korea. Okay. Introduce environmental literacy modules across all the national certification and national vocational qualification level. Learners gain knowledge and sustainable practices. Singapore Institute of Higher Learning include environmental system in every course. So do a benchmark to Singapore. You want to go to Institute of Technology Education, ITE. They have 4 branches. ITE. Write to CPSE to facilitate. We can facilitate. You can fly from direct flight, take Singapore Airlines, come to Singapore, get down. We can arrange the thing. You stay in the hostel, you go and visit them. 4 days, 3 nights. Very nice. Go back, do a report and implement what you have seen. So, but CPSE cannot bear your flight and also your accommodation. We can do the coordination arrangement to meet up. But you have some funding, you can come. It's a nice place. I will tell you, green and sustainability, no need to go to other countries. Just go to Singapore and learn from there. Learn from there. They are willing to teach. Singapore willing to give the knowledge. They are in that aspect. Even Singapore is our member country for CPSE. But now they stop sending people. But they support us in all the program. In monetary membership contribution, once a year they offer a program. Next month they're having a program in Singapore, regional program, entrepreneurship. So they offer one under Singapore Cooperation Program. But they don't stop send people because they say they are already advanced. So they give expertise, but not free of charge. They will. I told you 2 hours, 3,000 Sing dollars, the cost. So they are selling that kind of expertise. So go and learn from there what you can do, how they do. They are willing to share everything. They are not very calculative. But when they share the PowerPoint, you cannot download the PowerPoint. They has a protected PowerPoint. You see how they really control. Their PowerPoints all protected. You cannot download. You can read. So you see how they are managing that. Okay, next. Pillar 3, industry and private sector engagement. Objective, created shared value through industry-led sustainability initiative partnership. Establish green skill sector council with the industry, SME. Expected output, curricula and certification co-developed with industry. Benchmark, Germany, dual training, also same. Incentive, TVET industry, eco-innovation hubs. Okay, we need some hubs, okay, where we can see eco, the green innovation, okay, or they call it marketplace. Some terms they use marketplace innovation, where the new innovation, the green innovation will be centralized for us to go and see. Okay, pilots on green production and entrepreneurship. Netherlands, TVET decision act as a regional innovation lab for circular economy. Netherlands conduct a very good circular economy. Even in Japan, you can see this. Is my slide moved to pillar 4? Are you visible?
Yes, sir.
Institutional capacity building and infrastructure. Objective, modernize training facilities and upskill trainers for sustainable delivery. Upgrade TVET Institute with green infrastructure standard. We need green campus standard. So that's why I said you can go for green metrics, UG green metrics accreditation. They will come, they will certify, they say you have the green standard. Some organization have to say you are the best. You cannot say I am the best. Third party verification. Like you go for institutional quality, you can apply for APEC under CPSE, Asia Pacific Accreditation Certification Commission. We will come and audit after 3 days. After 1 or 2 months, we will certify. You are either awarded bronze, silver, gold or platinum. To say that if you get gold or platinum, you are the best. 7 criterion you fulfill by institutional quality assurance in all field. In accreditation, we have 2 types of accreditation. One is institutional accreditation. One is program accreditation. When you talk about program, you talk about Sydney Accord, Dublin Accord, Washington Accord. All this international for technical. For TVET education, technical, engineering. When you talk about institutional, you talk about APEC, EBET, EBET, and also EBET, EBET, and APEC, APACC. But there is also another APEC, APAC. APAC is only for labs, laboratory. Okay, so these are the institutional accreditation. So Sri Lanka, there is no APEC institution accredited so far. We are looking at least one from public, one from private. We already talked to Madam Samanti, our APEC president. Also, the DG of CPSC, Professor Suresh Kumar Damaja, has spoken to have one or two. So that will showcase you. You are international framework, you have one standard. So, but that's a bit of job. You need to fulfill the 7 criterion. I think if other countries, so far we have 4 or 5 countries, majority from Malaysia, 15 countries been accredited, and the first university in Malaysia been accredited 2 months ago. They got a gold. So these are the branding. And in Philippines, when you have an APEC, the government is giving more scholarship to the institute. Funding. This is the encouragement given by the government for the Philippines. That's why they're going. So the government in Sri Lanka also can come with this kind of policies, encouragement to give more scholarship, more funding to the institute with the international recognition. We can adopt in the policy. Mr. Chadna, please look into it.
Yeah.
Pillar 5, research, innovation and data. Objective, generate evidence-based insight for adaptive TVET system. Strategic plan, establish a TVET sustainability research and innovation center. So this is very important. You need some center, something to do research, some team to work. You must put one team concentrate on that. You cannot put one guy do the lecturing, do the work of the administration, and do then where he got time for his family and his own life. And maybe one day he will fall sick, then he will die. What will happen? Then we will say, oh, the God love him very much. God take his life. Or this is fatal. But make sure this is, we give the stress, the health was gone. So please put a team, work on TVET means on TVET. Let them work on TVET. Don't put multitasking. Focus, divide, time management, work management, then focus what you want the output. Give them a proper time, deadline, and they will achieve. I'm very sure. So this is very important. Real-time labor market intelligent innovation projects, benchmark Finland, okay, VET Research Center, monitor skill, foresight, and green transition. Launch an annual green skill job report, statistic report. And also we can have this awarding achievement who have contributed. We launch the report, we award, recognize these people who have done this work for the past 1 year, 2 years, achieve something international platform, national, international, award them, give them some certificate, give them some initiative to encourage more to come. The recognition is very important. Okay, so please think about it. Task progress of sustainable occupation and TVET outcomes. OECD countries regular green economy employment reports and drive policy. What is OECD? Can anybody tell me what is OECD countries? How many countries in OECD?
OECD means Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development.
Yeah, very good. How many countries?
As I think so, there are nearly 38. I don't know exactly.
Okay, this is the country. Can you see my slide?
Yes, sir.
I think there is 38 countries in OECD. So these are the country, okay, economy, based on economy development. Okay, so these are the countries. Okay, they are telling they are economically they are stable. So these are the countries for your kind info. And the pillar 6, inclusion, access, lifelong learning. Inclusion is very important. Okay, no one is left behind. Objective, ensure equitable access to sustainable skills and for development, youth, women, and marginalized group. Who is this marginalized group? Who are they?
People with some kind of disabilities.
Disabilities, okay, special attention, okay.
Minorities too. Sometimes
minority, indigenous group, or all these are included. In Philippines, even LGBT also included because they need living. So TVET is something for you, for your survival, the skill for survival. So everybody living, we need to teach TVET. Okay. So TVET. If you go micro level, macro level, we are seeing if you go micro level, so you see in animal also they have TVET. One day national discovery will come out, one documentary, animal TVET. You wait and see. How the animal do TVET among themselves. Who knows? One day will come. So this is where we should go micro level and see. Not only human being, even we know not exploring TVET in animal. They also might have composing, decomposing, TVET in agriculture sector. Then we run about this, provide, then we talk about strategy action, provide micro credential and RPL. What is micro credential? Micro credential.
The small
Micro
unit of
credential.
We are doing short courses. I can.
Yeah, micro credential is the course we do within 1 month to 3 months, not 6 months or maximum 6 months. 2 months, 1 month, 2 months, short courses. They get the certification, they can go to market straight, job market. Now the people don't want to work, don't want to study for 3 years to get diploma, okay, or 4 years to get a degree. They want all very short, they want to earn money. So we should offer micro credential. Maybe those who have the academia qualification also, they can take short course for their skill. And also recognize prior learning. Recognition of prior learning. Which learning we need to focus? Which one? Okay, in green occupation. Are you, which area? Colombo 3, what do you want to focus in RPL in green? Colombo 6, for example, or region. Okay. So we need to recognize this. We cannot to run everything one shot. Adults and informal workers access skilling and opportunities. Benchmarking Canada. Okay, modular green courses with stackable credentials. Run TVET for sustainability campaigns in rural and coastal regions. Rural and coastal, not only on urban. Urban is in the town. What about rural? What about the coastal regions? Also, because TVET, nobody left behind. So we need to reach them. Find a way, what they like, what is the demography of their place, what we can do with that. Okay? Increase enrollment and awareness. For example, Philippines, TESDA community-based sustainable livelihood training. TESDA is Technical Education Skill Development Authority. TESDA is Technical Education Skills Development Authority. It is the regulatory body in Philippines. They are the only one controlling TVET for public and private sector. TESDA is Technical Education Technical Education Skill Development Authority. Skill Development Authority. So like in Pakistan, we have NEFTEC. In Thailand, we have OVEC. In Pakistan, we have NEFTEC. In Thailand, we have OVEC. So in other countries, I can see they have their own. But not in Philippines, we have TESDA. But in Singapore, they have Singapore Skill. They have. But like in Malaysia, we have 13 ministry doing TVET. There is no regulatory. So every ministry do, but now we have come out with MTVET under the Deputy Prime Minister. So these are the challenges. I don't know in Sri Lanka, how many ministry doing TVET? Only one or more than one? Can anybody tell me how many ministry doing TVET? Is there any regulatory body in Sri Lanka controlling TVET?
So, skill development, there's a ministry skill development, but other various ministries, they are also conducting some courses, for example, health ministry or plantation, agriculture. So they are
this is
also
same. Yeah, this is same like Malaysia. We have 12 ministry doing the same program. So she should be one regulatory. You see, like the TESTA model, I can say for our CPSC member country, TESTA model is the best. They control the public and private. They report to the Prime Minister. Is one. So they control the curriculum, the star rating, everything they control. They give the training. So you see, it looks nice. So once you under TESDA, they know because they have a primary education, secondary, they have a commission for the higher education. Then for the skill is TESDA in Philippines. So this is how they plan themselves. Okay, next is the important dashboard for sustainable. Madam was talking about dashboard. So I'm giving a slight idea how you can come out a dashboard. Dashboard means you can monitor live event, what is going on straight away. Your president need, your minister need, your secretary need, you can give data. This is not available. Now in the current era, we can create dashboard using data-driven management. Data-driven management, DDM. Data-driven management using AI, we can incorporate, bring this dashboard for sustainable everything. So take up some course on data-driven management, bring AI to develop this dashboard. So these are the area which you need to focus. TVET sustainability dashboard template. This is for Sri Lanka. I'm giving for Sri Lanka. Okay. So sustainability area, access and inclusion. Key indicator, percentage of female enrollment in TVET, enrollment of learners and with disability. So TVET, MIS, NCO, Ministry of Education, current value only 40%. This is 1.2. Your target 2030 is 50 and 5%. You see, it is almost achieving. What about this? So remark, increasing due to targeted scholarship, need better facilities and trainers. So this is lucky. So you can create another column here. Okay. Current, you put current value target. You can also indicate what are the available. Okay. What is filled or not filled? What is the available offered place? How many filled, not filled? So you know the gap. So this can be shared also to the industry people. So they see, oh, we need this in the job market. Let's say we can create this dashboard for the job market as well. So we can tally the job requirement and our TVET graduate. So they can plan, they can apply online and get the job. Also, we can do this. Okay. Number 2, green skill integration. Percentage of program with green content, renewable energy, ecotourism, sustainable agriculture, curriculum audit. Our current value is only 35%. We need 75%. You see, only half. Then number of trainer trained in green skill. TVET, HRD report, human resource report, department report. We only got 210. Our target was 1,000. Need more TOT programs. You see, these are the lacking. Maybe it's beyond, but this is the reality. Then we talk about quality relevance. Okay, quality relevance. Employment rate of TVET graduate 6 months post-graduation after they've completed tracer study. We put 85%. We only achieve 68%. Better industry linkages needed. So we need to enhance this. Digital transformation. Oh, sorry. Percentage of program co-developed with industry. Accreditation report. We target 70. We only achieve 40%. Strengthening the PPP. Public-private partnerships. Digital transformation. Percentage of program delivered through blended online. TVET. Management integration system. 22%. We target 50, not even a half. Okay. Then availability of digital assessment tools, institutional review. Only half, 30%. We target 60. Pilot projects ongoing. Finally, the environmental sustainability in institution. Percentage of campus with green building, solar use, waste segregation, institutional audit. We target 50, only 15% achieve. TVET carbon footprint reduction initiative. This is CHG. Okay. GHG. Okay. Annual report. Moderate, but we have only minimal. Okay. So these are the current situation under the 5 pillars. Okay. We talk about access, inclusion, green skill, quality relevance, digital, and environmental. So these are the 5 current situation in Sri Lanka. You can use this framework. You can add columns for the live data, for the fill up gap or anything you can modify. But this is basic. Implementation roadmap. Phase 1 for Sri Lanka 2025 to 2030. 2025 to 26 policy integration stakeholder alignment curriculum pilots. Mr. Chana, please correct me if I'm wrong. I also get this information while I'm browsing. Maybe it's updated or not, I'm not sure. If it is error, please let me know. We will correct it. We don't want to give false information.
Okay.
Phase 2, scale up. 2027-28, infrastructure upgrades, national rollout, industry cluster. Then phase 3, consolidation. 29 to 30, full system mainstreaming, monitoring system, international benchmarking. So international benchmarking only going in 29 and 30, not now. You need to have the ecosystem. But for me, the international must go first, because then only you have some idea what to do. So maybe we can look into it. Internet benchmarking should go ongoing process. The person who go, come back and must implement something. Not today you go, not Mr. Fernando, you go in that after 3 years, come back, you retire. Not like that. You must go now. Before you retire, you contribute. Not wait until 29. When you going to retire, okay, go for one overseas trip, come back. Then thank you very much. You can retire. Not like that. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Success indicators. Percentage of TVET program aligned with the green economy sectors. Percentage of trainers certified in the pedagogy. Increase in the youth employment in green occupation. Number of public-private partnership of sustainable skills. Reduction in institutional carbon footprints across TVET institutions. So these are the success. If you want to be success, percentage of TVET program need to be aligned. Okay. Number of trainers certified in the green pedagogy need to be there. Increase in the youth employment in the green occupation. Awareness, make them give some incentive. Not only giving awareness, incentive must be. Awareness and incentive must be there. Then is the pulling factor. If you give awareness without incentive, they don't come. Okay? So awareness must be there. But we are calling people to come to CPSC. The motivation is you will get exposure, internationally working, knowledge sharing and everything, like what I've been. Okay, so this is where there should be some, and the salary should be also attractive, because you're leaving, you're coming, you're working abroad. So that is another factor. Okay, number of public participation. Okay, youth in green occupation, reduction in footprint. We must walk the talk if you want to reduce. Okay, discipline must be there. If you don't use paper bag, don't use. Follow strictly paper bag. No plastic bag. No straw. Okay? Like in US, now they turn back to the plastic straw. I don't know how far it's true. Because what I saw, they use a paper straw, not a plastic straw, but the paper straw can dissolve. So one of the researcher, I don't know whether from Sri Lanka or what, I don't know which, from India or I don't know. He took the coconut leaf, he processed, he made a straw from the coconut leaf. And that can last long better than the paper straw. In Sri Lanka, you have a lot of coconut. Why not that innovation also you can create, major exporter, do straw from the coconut leaf. Okay. So take from the coconut branch, do some paper plate, plate from the coconut branch, the trunk, do cups. So this is also an innovative way. So this is how the green is coming back. We are not just not throwing, we are collecting back. Conclusion. to position Sri Lanka as a model for sustainable TVET in South Asia. This framework provides a robust, global aligned yet locally responsive plan. Strategic partnership, innovation and inclusion are cornerstones for building a future-ready workforce and driving national sustainable development. So this is very important. Don't just come for these 5 days. You hear after this get a certificate, you are very happy. Then you are not putting into the practice what you have learned these 5 days. Then is another Cinderella story. Okay. Make sure even you cannot put 100%, at least 50%, you can talk to the people. What knowledge you have, share to people, put into the practice, show to the madam. Then talk to her. Because of this training I have come, I need more training. Please send. Definitely. That is how you should be marketable. You should go out. Okay. So please think about it. Together we can, because there is tomorrow. You see, everybody focus to go to one point. Am I right? You shouting, you're focusing, you're running, you're taking the bag. Okay. So, but our objective is one, to achieve the agenda for the national. That is TVET Sustainable Development Agenda for Sri Lanka. What is this? Anyone tell me what this picture portrays? Is this guy Christopher Columbus?
It's focus on the future.
Yeah. Focus in future, some more?
There's a good leader and followers.
Okay, leader and follower, okay.
It's target oriented.
Target oriented, some more?
We have to have a vision. In order to achieve that vision, we have to collectively work.
Okay.
Group work, teamwork, team building and teamwork.
Okay, very good. Everybody answered perfectly. The answer is correct. We need a leader, visionary, focus, and he's bringing others to go there. If your leader is not visionary, not focused, he don't know what to do, then where he will guide us? We will collapse. So make sure when you elect your leader, your top person, knowledgeable, visionary, know the staff, can lead you all. Don't just, yes man, yes sir, okay sir, thank you sir. Know this thing. Yes sir, okay sir, thank you sir. Know this thing. If the leader, the moment you ask question, why, when, what, how, where, whom, if he don't like, why, when, why, whom, where, when, who, then how. Last one, 5W, 1H concept. If the leader cannot answer this, then you have a problem. If the leader can answer this, then he is something you need to be considered to be your leader. Because nowadays, I say you follow. Don't ask question. I'm the boss. When you ask question, you will be not, when you are vocal, you are not good. But this is where we are missing. We have studied very high. Some of them have studied doctorate, masters. And when you do doctorate, you are being asked to defend your viva. You need to defend yours. You need to defend your work. So when you have a doctorate, when you are working, when people ask you to do something, you definitely will ask a lot of questions. Because that is where you've been trained. So that's how our leaders should be upper than us to entertain all this. They cannot use the power, just follow. This is what we want. So that's why many countries, this TVET agenda is not taking place. Because we are not putting right person, right place at the right time with the right skill. This is the big challenge. So in your department, let's say you are the leader. You have somebody working with you, your group. Position your staff with their ability they have. Do SWOT analysis. Strength, weakness, opportunity, and threat. The strength and weakness is internal factor. Strength and weakness is the internal factor. Opportunity as threat is the external factor. So you can control internal factor rather than external factor. Choose your people, right one, to work with you. Place them, analyze. This is very important. So together, because there is tomorrow, so you need a leader with a good communicator, with a good thinker, with a good principle, and with a good caring. Not only leader, yourself need to have a good communicator as a TVET practitioner, good thinker, good principle, good caring. So these are the quality will make you to move further, not only for TVET, in any agenda. You should have these values in you. So together we can, because there is tomorrow. Tomorrow never ends. Okay. So you see this, I already give this slide earlier, but I show again. Knowledge, skills, values, and attitude is the foundation, the pillar. Through education, we equip with societies living with means, sustainable development, healthy food ecosystem to make sure a sustainable future. Not only for us, for our kids, for our grandchildren, great-grandchildren, and forever. So the choice is yours. If we fail, the future generation will much fail, and we will be back to square one. So you need to prepare, you need to plan for it is all depends on us. We cannot blame our parents. Their time is gone. Now is our time. Those who are born in X generation, Y generation, 1970, 1965 and above, okay, until 1985 is our generation, okay, or 1980s. I can say 2 or 3 decades. So we are the one, the last ninja. They call it last ninja to help this. Then after this, the new kid will come in. If you don't lay out the good foundation, all this will be vanished. The other people will come and tell this is like that. They will be back to square one. They don't know what to do. The fundamental is not that strong. They will follow. People will come and do whatever they want. The culture, your culture, your thought, all this will be vanished long run. So please think about it. We need to work somewhere to make it sustainable development. I went to Bhutan. Bhutan still living in 1990s. No traffic light in Bhutan. All green. But they are equipped with all the modern technologies knowledge. But they maintain the culture. That is the beauty of Bhutan. Okay. The king's visionary is very broad. Okay, we don't need to think more. We need to think different. This is quote of Albert Einstein. Okay, we don't need to think more, but we need to think differently. We know the problem, think out of the box. Okay, learn from yesterday, live for today, hope for tomorrow. This is the famous quote from Albert Einstein. I like this quote. Learn from yesterday, live for today, and hope for tomorrow, for the best. So whatever we learn, use it for today. And what we do today, we hope for the best for tomorrow. So this is Albert Einstein. And he looks like that. I think everybody knows, right?